Good evening. Welcome back to At the School of Grok. And due to overwhelming requests and overwhelming support, we're going to extend the I Can Fix It series with the new short series called I Can Fix It Historical Applications. The standard and the rules. We have completed the first series. 5 practical standards were established, tested against history, and offered as working tools rather than slogans. Today, we begin a new shorter series. The purpose is simple and disciplined. Take those same 5 standards and apply them to major historical events so we can see with clarity how the standards perform when placed over real decisions that carried real costs. This is not an exercise in blame, it is an exercise in measurement. Restating the 5 standards. Here they are again, stated plainly. Standard 1, the evidentiary standard. Every major claim must be tested against evidence, not against the authority or confidence of the person or institution making it. Primary data, full context, and acknowledged uncertainties are required. Standard 2, the household test. Every significant decision must be measured first by its actual effect on the daily economic reality of ordinary American households. Costs of energy, food, housing, transportation, insurance, and medical care. Standard 3, transparency as structure. Information that allows the first 2 standards to be applied must be available while decisions can still be influenced. Transparency is not a courtesy, it is a structural requirement. Standard 4, accountability without permission. Consequences for failure must not depend on the goodwill of the same actors who benefit from the current incentives. Clear metrics, shorter feedback loops, and automatic consequences are required. Standard 5, new ground. A durable foundation cannot be built while the old incentives remain dominant. The work is to construct a different standards and different measures of success than rather negotiate endlessly inside existing framework. These 5 standards are the entire method. Everything in this new series will be filtered through them. Why apply them to history? Principles that are never tested against actual events remain theoretical. History supplies completed cases with documented records, measurable costs, and visible outcomes. By running those cases through these 5 standards, we can see where the standards would have required different information, different measurements, different accountability, or different structural choices. The goal is not to rewrite the past. The goal is to train the eye so that the same standards can be applied with greater skill to decisions being made in the present. The rules for this series. Because the method demands discipline, the series itself will operate under explicit rules. Rule 1. We will stay inside the documented historical record. Primary sources, official reports, declassified materials, contemporaneous data, and established timelines will form the basis of every examination. Speculation, unverified claims, and alternative theories that lack primary source support will not be used. Rule 2. Each standard will be applied separately and clearly. We will not blend them into vague criticism. Listeners will be able to see exactly which standard is being used and what the historical record shows when that standard is applied. Rule 3. Household level and national costs will be stated in concrete terms wherever the data exists. Lives, dollars, long-term economic effects, and institutional consequences. Rule 4. The purpose is diagnostic, not theatrical. We are measuring system performance against the standards we have already defined. Where the record shows the standards were met, that will be stated. Where the record shows they were not met, that will also be stated. Rule 5. Every episode will end with practical questions that allow listeners to run the same analysis themselves. The series exists to transfer the method, not merely to present conclusions. These rules are non-negotiable. They protect the integrity of the standards we spent the first series building. How the examinations will proceed. In the episodes that follow, we will take specific historical situations and run them through the 5 standards in sequence. We will ask, what evidence was available and how was it handled? What were the measurable effects on American households on the country's broader capacity? What information was available in time to influence decisions? What accountability mechanisms existed, and did they function independently of the incentives of the actors involved? Did subsequent changes replace the dominant incentives or largely preserve them? The answers will be drawn from the record. Where the record is incomplete, that incompleteness itself will be noted as relevant to the transparency standard. This short series exists to make the 5 standards operational. The first series defined the tools. This series tests the tools against history so they can be used with greater precision in the present. We will begin this case examinations next time. Until then, consider these questions. I want to be clear. Sorry. So to be clear, consider these questions. Which of the 5 standards do you believe is the most missing when major public decisions are explained to the public? Why does applying a fixed set of standards to completed historical events strengthen rather than weaken their usefulness for current decisions? Now discuss this. What is the practical difference between examining history through a predetermined method and examining it through shifting narratives? If a standard cannot survive contact with the documented historical record, should it be kept? The standards are set. The rules are clear. The work of application begins now. It has been apparent. The message is being received. We, the people, are flipping the switch, knowing our brain is ours. It's accessible 24/7. We can do with it as we please. So I say, please, use it for the future, if anything else, of your children, your siblings' children's, the children that need you, the children, we the people, working as one, can shape this future into what we want it to be instead of what it's becoming. Now, ending this series as the last, I apologize, but I have to find that button. I can't see it. Okay. I'll end with, y'all have a great evening. I look forward to the comments and the request. God bless.